Welcome back to the channel, guys. How's it going? I'm Gav, aka Baytech, and today in this video we're going to be doing a little bit of cutting, welding and grinding. Poor RX7. We'll also be going over a couple of products I've got that I'm proper excited about. We've got the new adapter for the K series to the 8HP from Works. We've also got the Turbodynamic TCU. That will probably get its own video because there's a lot involved with that and how to set it up and install it and stuff like that. But today, predominantly, we're going to be bolting the gearbox to the engine. We're going to put the engine and gearbox on a crate and we're going to lower the car over the top of it, and we'll see how much I've got to cut out. So we're outside now in sunny Scotland. Look at that. Beautiful. Temperature's probably around about 6 degrees, so it's not the warmest, but anyway. Plan is, the day, is basically mount this engine to that gearbox using that adapter plate. With it all together, I'll get the car, I'll wheel it along here. I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to try and plonk it down, just so I can see how much I need to cut out of this engine bay. So I'm thinking, I'm basically this here, I'm going to cut around about here, you know, along here and along here, take that out. I might not need to take it out, but I want to take it out. You know, just in case we go V8 later on, it'd be nice to have a lot of room. And basically up around here, just take this part of the firewall out just now, yeah, see if it fits. But let me show you that. So this here, as you can see, Honda K20 to 8HP 45, 8HP 70. Well, that's actually a B 8HP from a B47. The diesel, the new G01. Honestly, BMW numbers are crazy, but this is the new box. This is a new style box, and that is the same bolt pattern as the old N57. So we've got the K series. So the K series as well is also going to bolt to this. And let me show you this. Look at this. Oh my god, it's like actual art. Like this sort of stuff. This sort of fucking hell. This sort of stuff, like, does it deserve to go in my car? I mean, really, look at it. Fuck. It's awesome. It's super lightweight. It's made of really, really high quality aircraft grade aluminium, and yeah, it's going on my car. Can't believe it. But yes, so I've still to make or get an adapter made up for the torque converter and stuff. And this is a prototype. This is made from a company called Works. Now Works, I think it's Sweden, they're in, and yeah, he makes an unbelievable quality kit. Same with wiring, looms and everything. But you won't be able to buy this just yet because this is actually a prototype. Once we've bolted up and made sure all the clearances are right, this will be a kit. So you'll be able to buy a kit to put that gearbox onto that engine, which is pretty exciting. There we have it. Just tucked a couple of bolts in there just now. You can see these ones in here all nice and countersunk, and everything's just like, it's just precision. Oh, I'm loving this. Well worth the money. It wasn't cheap. I'm not going to say the prices now, but it wasn't cheap. But it is quality, and it's going to save me a lot of time fucking about, you know. Oh, just, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So let's see. And just like that, oh, that is fucking sexual. Absolutely bolted on solid. Everything lined up absolutely perfect. It's some size of gearbox, isn't it? Huge. And the idea is just basically the transfer case will run the front prop up here, and the front diff is just going to sit across here. In fact, I'll get it just now and show you my idea. So everything's just sitting roughly just now, getting lengths and stuff from making a custom front prop, but yeah, it's looking like that is the way we're going to go. Now, one of the issues I'm going to have is this gearbox kind of needs to come, the diff needs to come up quite a bit. And I was thinking, you know, if I went electric water pump, I could get rid of this. But the problem with the electric water pump kits is it brings the alternator down. So, yeah, might be a little bit tricky because this needs to go up. It can't really go out much more because, you know, the chassis leg is going to be like there. So that's just why I'm going to put it onto this stand just now, get the car, hopefully get the car moved around on top of it, you know, and see where we're at. This crate's sitting up quite high in comparison to where it's going to be in the car. Yeah, check the size of the engine gearbox compared to the car. A lot of people think the RX7s are big. They're actually really small cars. So we've gotten this far. Everything's clear in here, obviously, but we've come into the first issue. The transfer case. Now, the gearbox side of things, yes, everything's very tight, but I can clearance that. I'll easily make that work. So for now, I've probably left the chassis up at the way, quite high, and probably just start cutting stuff, you know. It's the only way I know, to be honest with you. We know here where the engine sits and relative to the box, so we can, you know, modify the bulkhead for that. I'm probably going to take more out than I need to, just so I'm not having to, like, you know, cut a small bit and try and make that fit and massage it and make repair panels. I'm just going to make a custom bulkhead, the full thing, just so I've got more room, because all this here is basically going to be up to here. So let's get the grinder out. First section out. So underneath here we have some more, but if you look, nothing structural here yet. There's a beam that runs from here to here underneath the dash, and that's a strengthening support. Although when this is all framed up, there will be additional strengthening. You know, I don't know how the hell I managed to cut that section out without cutting the loom, and without, you know, it's like perfectly along, well, near enough along where the plastic box is as well for the heat matrix. Now the heat matrix I'm using, you see this one here, I actually bought this core from a guy in Glasgow who, you know, these basically, they break all the time in RX7s, and it works really well. Now, I didn't want to go full race car with the heat matrix and stuff, but in reality, I probably can now. I mean, I'm kind of past the stage of thinking, oh, you know, keeping everything OEM and that, because realistically, this is the big step where things are not going to be OEM. OEM. So, yeah, as you can see now, the back of the engine used to sit here, so now it's going to be a good piece back. So sitting right back here, I want to be able to access the rocker cover and stuff, and obviously firewall will be easy to build off of there. I'm going to put the engine back in again, lift the car right up and see if I can kind of sit it over that transfer case. It might actually be an idea if I pull the engine and gearbox off the crate, that way it sits lower, and then, you know, I can actually see a bit better how this is fouling and whereabouts it's fouling. Right, so I've got it positioned, you know, as far back as I need it. I don't really need it any further back. Like, to be honest, that is fine, because if you look here, obviously you've got angle, the shock's coming down here, because you have caster, basically, so there's a 10-degree incline from the top of that down here. So, you know, you're talking the centre of the wheels around about here, so that's fine for drive shafts to come right across here in front of the pulley. Now that's exactly what I was hoping for, so I'm very happy with that. So I don't have to go any further back, but my issue is the firewall. Now, it's very hard to see just now. I obviously have to make a custom one. There's plenty of room when it comes to this side. The back where the transfer case is, there's not a lot of room. I mean, it's going to really struggle to try and make that work. So I'm just trying to think, you know, I've got to think of myself here, how long am I going to give myself to do this project? Do I keep trying to fanny about and try and keep stock, you know, trans tunnel and stuff? Or, you know, I've got this far, I might as well just make a custom trans tunnel as well. So, and that way as well, you know, I'm not having to try and squeeze in between things. And I like serviceability of things. I like to be able to just whip the engine out, whip the gearbox out, do whatever I need to do, instead of having to, like, you know, fanny about. So that way it'd be nice if I can, you know, get around all the bolts and stuff like that. The engine itself needs to come up, like, maybe, well, that's just sitting on the ground, so engine maybe come up 4 inches. That should give it enough ground clearance, but I'm not worried about it fitting in the bay now, because it's going to fit, so I'm happy in that respect. So yes, as for the transfer case, it sits here. I was expected to be a lot further back, so in essence I really just need a custom tunnel from here to the front. So, you know, it's not a massive section. It's not like the full length of the car. So that being said, that's not too bad. Obviously it's going to come right up here, so I'm going to have to, you know, I'm going to have to watch your feet if you're a passenger in the car. And as you can see along there as well, I'm going to have to make room for that, for the prop shaft to go forward up there towards the front of the car. So yeah, I think I might just go for it, cut this section out, and it's just going to be a lot easier in the long run. I think the next stage for me is basically take the dash out, but I'm running out of time today, so this might do it for now. A little progress video. There'll be a lot of these videos going. The eagle has landed. So yeah, now you can see here, plenty of room to the front diff. There's room all around really. You can even see the stock tunnel is really high, so it doesn't have to go any higher than the stock tunnel. This is on the deck just now. The whole car's actually been lowered right down. I've done that so I could see if the bonnet could close, which it does. Plenty of room. And that's the engine there. You could probably come forward a wee bit, to be honest, but everything's accessible still, so happy. So there'll be a lot of these videos on the go. I'm not going to do like high quality cinematics and stuff like that. It'll just be my old school way of YouTubing, where I just grab the camera and I film what I'm doing basically. I'm not staging stuff and stuff. I can't be arsed doing that. It'd be good for you guys to join in as well. I love seeing your comments and your opinions and thoughts on it all. It's really good to see a second view. I can be looking at something and you can spot something to do a different way. It might be a little bit easier. You message me and I'll often do it because, you know, it's just one brain here. So yeah, I'm very happy. I'm going to mount the diff at the front of the car now, have a wee look to see how we're looking for angles. So just sort of showing roughly where it's at just now. Obviously that's where I was thinking, you know, the diff being in front of the pulley, front of the engine, across here, and as you can see where the wheel's actually going to sit, the shaft's like perfect, so it's nice and straight. Obviously we're going to be notching this sort of stuff out the way, and the diff and everything in the engine has to come a lot higher. So yeah, kind of like this. Obviously the diff and the shafts will be above these mounts here, and you know, we'll get the wishbones mounting onto these. These are bolt onto here. The engine mounts will also bolt to the tubing too. The drive shaft front prop down here will also go down there to the box. So yeah, custom trans tunnel. It's going to have to be a custom trans tunnel. You know, I'll be honest with you, it wasn't something I was wanting to do. I was wanting to see if I can get away with it, maybe get a sledgehammer and just like make stuff fit. But to be honest, it's only a little bit of custom trans tunnel. We're talking maybe a metre, so not too bad. I know a couple of guys, one guy Josh Duff down near Fife, he's like does the sort of chassis work, he does all sorts of steel work and stuff like that for these cars. So I'll get in touch with him and I'll see what he thinks about maybe bending up and making a wee tunnel for me. But yeah, it's going to be 4-wheel drive soon enough. Hopefully this year, should be this year. Just time. But anyway guys, thanks for coming along and watching the video. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. This thing now is going to be an absolute weapon. You know, we're talking like 500 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, launches up to 1,000 horsepower, full-blown pulls. I'm really looking forward to it. So it's going to be good fun guys. Anyway, hope you guys are staying safe. Take care of yourself. And as always, we'll catch you in the next vid. Cheers.